On the road again. I can't believe we're on the road again. The bus ride wasn't a long one, and Chester kept your hand clasped tightly in his the entire time while he rambled on about more Knights of Thorn. Ah, it's good to be back here. Where do you want to go first? To the big shop with all the collectible stuff in it. I want to see what kind of new stuff they have there. Lead the way then. I don't exactly remember where it was. It's this way. Again, he grabbed your hand, and you walked alongside him as he led you to the store. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? No, not really. I just want to look around. If we're getting a new place soon, I'm hoping there'll be more room to decorate. I can get some ideas now for it. That means I'll probably need some new shelves or cabinets, too. I might have to invest in a bigger bed, even. Do you think Andrew intends on us sharing a room or having separate ones? I'd think he'd expect us to share one. Then would we get to have the primary bedroom and bathroom? Maybe. My god, I would love to have a bathroom connected directly to the bedroom. Fucking same, dude. Same. I'd love that shit. We wouldn't have to worry about Andrew seeing us sneaking off to the bathroom after having sex. God, yeah, that's a wow. That's one benefit for sure. Really, though, us getting our own bathroom would be amazing. Oh, what if it's one of those that has big bathtubs, too? Then we could take baths together whenever we like. I would love to. Same. Again, same. I haven't been able to have a bath in so long. I'm 6 foot something and I'm overweight as hell. I can't take baths. Just general. I can make a fancy dinner for us, light some candles in the bathroom, and make a hot bubble bath. It'd be all sorts of romantic. I can't say I ever really took you for the romantic type, but I like how that sounds. I can be more romantic if you want me to be. It's not something I have much experience with. You don't have to force it, Jess. You know I love you. You know I love whatever you do for me, and you just making time to be with me. I enjoy all our time together. Besides, I think what you're doing today is pretty romantic too. You do? Of course. We're on a date together. We have our own private bath reserved in an onsen. I bet that bath is going to feel super romantic. I did choose a package that was more aimed at couples, so we'll see. We have a few more hours to burn until then. And we're about to spend half of it here. We arrived at the store Chester wanted to visit, and were dragged through the front door without a moment to even admire everything in the front window. Here we are! Looks about the same as last time, but I can see some new stuff here and there. I wonder if there's any new manga worth checking out. And there he goes. Might as well wander around and see if there's anything that catches my eye, too. Chester was quickly engrossed in a wall of books, so you decided to look around at the rest of the store. It's full of action figures and collectibles from everything from movies to TV shows to anime to video games. You recognize some things from what shows and games you played with Chester, but most of it was stuff you had no idea about. You wandered into a section with clothes, and there was something that caught your eye. Oh, these look like something Chester would like. You picked up what you found and went to find Chester again, and he had his eyes glued to an open book. Chester, found something for you. What is it? Look. Oh, are these horn caps? Yeah, I found them over in the clothes stuff. They have little designs on them that look like swords and shields. I thought they were cute and wanted to show them to you. They are cute. I've been debating on getting a new set of caps, and these look perfect for me. You think I should get them? Andrew did give you some extra money. They are only $5 each. That's all? I'll get them for sure. I think I still have some solvent at home to get my current ones off, So you or Andy will just have to help me with that. These don't look like they have to be glued on either, so you just have to be able to change them out more often. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you should show me where you found them. I'll get a couple of pairs so I can change them whenever I want. I've had my current caps for so long, I never even realized how they are made has changed. This is already proving to be a good trip then. Yeah. You took Chester back to the box of horn caps, and he spent several minutes sifting through it, looking for all the different designs he could find. He settled on 2 pairs of them, one being the first set you picked out, and then went back to browsing the store. You know what? It just occurred to me what I can get for Andy. Surely not something in here, right? This stuff isn't his thing. Absolutely something in here. Look over there. You followed him as he pointed to another set of shelves, and it dawned on you what it was. Oh yeah, a mech model would be perfect, huh? Yeah! I know he's already working on one, but he'll be done with it soon enough, and he'll need a new one. This place has tons of different ones, so I can use some of the money he gave me to get him a new one. Does he have a favorite series? Yeah. Any of the ones from a series called Mecha Strikers Omega X. Oh my goodness. There's a few models from that series, but he really likes them all. He'd be happy with any of those, I bet. You browsed through the boxes of models with him until you found the series he mentioned. The options ended up being limited with what you could buy from that particular series, and Chester came to a conclusion quickly. This is the one. Are you sure? Yeah. This is the Crimson Dragon MK. It's kind of like the brother to the model Andy's doing now. This mech and the one he's building uses core parts from an older mech that was destroyed during the colony wars on Mars. I can't really say too much else about it or I'll spoil it for you. All you need to know is that the model will be perfect for Andrew. I'll take your word for it. Now that I have something for him, is there anything you've seen that you like? Well, nothing's jumped out at me that I'd buy. There's a lot of neat stuff around here, but nothing I need. But is there anything that you want? I've already got what I want. You did? What did you get? I got you big goober. I don't need anything else. Well, if that's all you need to be happy, then does that mean I can get all the manga that I want? If it'll make you happy, then go for it. Score! But only one. What am I gonna do with him? You followed Chester back to the manga and let him drag you around from book to book to book to book to show him which series he already read or watched. In the end, you caved and let him pick out 3 books thanks to a sale that the store was running. After choosing his books, you followed him around to the store to look at everything together. Are you sure you don't want to get anything too? There's so much cool stuff in here. I'm sure. The manga you picked out looks interesting, so I think I'd like to read them too. It's almost like it's for both of us in that case. Well, if you're absolutely sure, I am. Is there anything you've seen that you really like? Or something that you've seen and thought, oh, I'd like to own that one day? I don't think I'd tell you if I did. But why not? You're not exactly subtle, Chess. What do you mean? I'm not planning to do anything. And I didn't say that you were planning on doing anything. Just let me buy something for you. You really don't have to. Well, I really wanna. I don't need anything though. I told you that just having you is more than enough to make me happy. Are you gonna be this difficult when it comes to your birthday and Christmas? It might be. There isn't much that I want. But you know, there is something that you can get for me. Really? What is it? Let's get some ice cream before we go to the onsen. I want something sweet. You just want ice cream? Yeah. Though, if that's a problem, I can always just buy my own, I guess. No! I'll get you some ice cream if you want. I could really go for some too. Then let's pay for this stuff and go get some. I want to try something new today. Okay, ice cream it is then. I can't wait to put on these new horn covers. Do you think they'll be okay for me to wear to my new job? The designs are on the very top, so I don't think people will really notice. That's true. Way to get out of having to design a new fucking head model. You saved your sprite artist some work there. Good job. That's true. I should probably get some plain ones just to be on the safe side. That's a good idea. We could probably order them online when we get home tonight. Good idea. You strode along next to Chester with his arm resting over your shoulder so he could keep you close. He guided you along until you arrived at an ice cream vendor. While looking at the menu, he moved behind you and rested his chin on your head. What kind of ice cream you gonna try? I only ever really had the most basic flavors. Oh, they have a brown sugar ice cream here. Remember, that's the flavor boba drink I got yesterday. Well, you both got it, because you got double of everything. It made for a pretty good drink. I bet the ice cream would taste pretty good, too. Oh, you should totally get it, then. I'm getting the Azuki ice cream. Oh, what's that? Red bean ice cream. Beans in ice cream? Uh-huh. It's really unique and tasty, and I like it. I'll let you try a bite of it. You want the brown sugar one or something else? I'll get the brown sugar. I'm sure it's really good. Okay. Chester left you with the bags at a table and stepped in line to get your snack. 5 minutes later, he joined you again with your ice cream. That is some fast fucking ice cream, dude. Alright, there you go. It looks just as good as the picture. Here, you can have the first bite of mine too. Taste it with a fresh palate. He scooped up a much too large portion of ice cream and offered it to you. My mouth isn't as big as yours. There's no way I can fit that much into my mouth. You better get used to stuffing things that are bigger than what you're used to in your mouth. Chester. With a laugh, he dumped his spoon out and tried again. The second scoop was much more suited to your mouth, and he stuck the spoon right in. What do you think? It's not as weird as I expected it to be. Surprising, right? I thought that the first time I had it, but I fell in love with the flavor. Give yours a taste and see how it is. I'm sure you want to try it too, huh? I do. You tasted it, and while you mulled over the flavor, you offered up your spoon to Chester's wide-open mouth. It's even better than the boba milk tea. Boba milk tea. Yeah, I think so too. It's nice and sweet with a really good flavor. What are you, an ad? What the hell? This was a great choice. I might have to go get another of that myself. I suppose I wouldn't be against that as long as you shared. Yeah? Yeah. Finish your red bean first, but then you can get another. Can do. He shoveled a large scoop into his mouth, and then pounded his fist on the table while shaking his head. Yeah, brain freeze. Yep. Yeah. Brain freeze. Yes! 2 more brain freezes later because no one ever, like... This is exactly what I was talking about during the Gabriel fucking route. It's the first and only time in any game that anyone has actually addressed the fast eating trope, and it wasn't exactly addressed in a healthy way. Anyway, 2 more brain freezes later, and Chester was back in line to get another order of the brown sugar ice cream. When he got back to the table with it, he doled half of it out to you and ate his portion far slower. Let's see. We have about an hour before we should head to the onsen. What else do you want to do while we wait? Well, I don't know. I only planned on going to the collectibles store. The rest I was playing by ear. You just wander the strip and look at other places. They have a store that's similar to a dollar store around here, so that might be fun to look at. A Japanese dollar store does sound interesting. If you see anything that looks like fun to you, just tell me and we'll stop. Okay, will do. His feet tapped against yours and he rocked his head around while eating his ice cream. You caught yourself just staring at him and his attention appeared to be all over the place. He turned to you and your eyes met. All he did was smile and offer you another spoon of his ice cream, despite you still having some in your bowl. You opened up and accepted the offering, then he went back to letting his eyes wander around. What's going through your mind right now? Not much, to be honest. It's pretty empty in there at the moment. Gently tapped his fist to his head when he said that. My head is pretty clear whenever I'm with you. More room to focus on you and just being happy. I don't generally feel stressed about anything, and I don't tend to worry about stuff when we're together. It's nice to just feel happy. Aw, that makes me feel good to hear. You reached your hand across the table and his met yours halfway, so your fingers wound up intertwined. It's the same for me, you know? Just being with you tends to help keep all the stress and negativity away. Kinda like how sleeping with you stopped my nightmares from occurring. I'm glad those stopped. I wish it was that simple for me. I hope that one day it's something that won't ever plague you again. It'll take time. It has for me. It'll always be there for you to help you through it. I'm glad I have you, Chester. I'm glad to have you too, babe. It's a bit of a romanticized notion. The idea of just happy romance cures PTSD. You know, it's a little bit of a fluffy romanticized notion. A little bit far-fetched, very far-fetched, but they've obviously shown in some brief moments where, like in the arcade when he saw Dozer's tail, thought it was Vernon, and he had a full-blown fucking panic attack just from that. Obviously he's not cured, but like, what I mean by that is his nightmares just going away by just being around Chester. Like, obviously there's things that bring you comfort, but like, I'm just saying, like, it's a romanticized notion. His hold on your hand tightened and he continued to eat the remainder of his ice cream. He watched you eating what was left of yours, and his ears and face perked up when you offered him the last bite. You popped the last spoon into his mouth, leaving him with a satisfied smile on his face. All set? Yep. Thanks for treating me to the ice cream too, by the way. It was exactly what I wanted. It might be okay if you only ever want me to get you food stuff. It's kind of your specialty, after all. Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll figure out something else I can buy for you at some point. You really don't have to. But I don't think I'll be able to convince you of that. Nope, so you better come to terms with that. That moment I see you looking longingly at something will be the moment I strike. Maybe I should wear a pair of sunglasses whenever we go so you don't get the wrong idea. You wouldn't do that. Oh, I wouldn't? No, you wouldn't. It'd be silly to do just to make sure I don't buy you anything. I guess I'll just resort to doing something you think is silly then. But babe, you can't! You walked off without any sense of where you were going, but Chester caught up to you and hooked his arm into yours. You're a brat, says you. But you're my brat. I guess I just have to deal with it. Likewise. He bumped you hard with his hip and pulled you back towards him before you were pushed too far away. We're going to the dollar store now, right? Yep. At least I think we are. Don't remember exactly where it is, but I'll recognize when I see it. Meanwhile, if you see a store you want to go in, just say, We don't have too much longer before we have to be at the onsen, though. Then if you see one we don't get the chance to go to, we'll just remember for next time. Fair enough. You walked along slowly with Chester, looking together with him through the windows of various shops that you walked past. One shop caught your attention, and Chester was glued instantly to the window as you got near it. You watched as his tail lashed around, and he glanced over his shoulder at you with wide eyes. Who am I to stop you? You want to go in there? Go. Give me the other bag, and I'll hold on to it. Chester only squealed with delight and rushed into the small store that looked to be full of kitchenware. I wonder how long it'll take him to realize I'm not in there with him. Much to your surprise, it only took him a couple of minutes. What are you doing? Come on! You don't have to worry about me, Chess. You have fun in there. It'll be more fun if you're in there with me, too! Unless you'll be bored. In which case, you can keep going. I don't want you to be bored. I just don't want to slow you down. You're not gonna slow me down. I'll end up being the slow one. We won't spend too long in here, so we'll have time for the other places. Having you with me will keep me from taking too long. Okay, I'll go in with you. But you feel free to take as much time as you want. I'll try not to take too long. Chester held open the door for you, and he followed you right behind. He followed right behind. The temptation of what the store offered was great, but Chester refused buying several things on the grounds of not having anywhere to store it for the time being. Each wall was lined with items he wanted, and in the end, the only thing he left the store with was a new set of chopsticks and several small dishes that had dragon designs on them. We will be coming back with the next time we come to Brindle. You really want that wok, huh? Yes! It was huge! It would be so much better to cook fried rice in than the pan I currently have. And those rice cookers were so nice! Don't you have one already? Yeah, but the ones in there were way fancier. Does that even matter as long as yours cooks rice? You're sounding an awful lot like Andrew. I'm just being reasonable is all. Okay, Andy. He gave his butt a discreet pinch that made him jump. Hey! You decide to keep calling me Andy, sex is gonna get really awkward, you know. Ew, gross! Yeah, no! Forget I even said that. That's what I thought. Ugh, you're horrible. Even the suggestion. Ugh! Chester made a very clear shudder and shook his head. Okay, time to forget about that. I need to find that dollar store. We don't have time to keep looking. We still have to walk to the onsen. Maybe they'll let us into our room early if nobody else is already there. You want to just skip going to the dollar store this time then? I'm sure we'll be back, and we won't be tempted to buy more stuff if we skip it now. Yeah, that's true. Okay, then we could just head to the onsen now. It would be really great if they let us into our room early. If not, they have a little gift shop in there we can look at while we wait. So either way, we'll be fine. I guess our next stop is the onsen then. Chester paused and looked around to get his bearings, pointed down the pathway and headed off with you at his side. I think it's this way. You think, huh? Could be the other way. Well, now I'm not sure. You made me second guess myself. Sorry. How about we just look at our phone GPS then? Oh, good idea. He quickly checked his GPS and completely turned around after. Yep, I was going the wrong way. We'll go to the end of the street, turn left, and it's a couple blocks down from there. It's a good thing we looked before going too far. Tell me about it. I don't exactly have the best sense of direction. I'm so glad you were with me on the way to Plot the other day, or I might have missed my stop or something. The thought of going alone tomorrow makes me kind of nervous. He took the chance to grab his hand and give it a reassuring squeeze. You'll be fine, Chess. You have the address, and I think you'll be so excited you'll be watching every step like a hawk to make sure you don't miss it. I hope that's the case. Can't imagine being late on the first day. Oof. They'd probably cut you some slack, but it wouldn't look good. And that's why I plan on getting there early. If something goes wrong, I'll have extra time. A wise idea. I know it's gonna be a great first day for you. You walked along in silence for a couple of minutes, and as you passed by the collectibles shop again, a poster in the window caused a thought to cross your mind. Hey, Chess, what's up? You stopped him before you got too far from the shop and pointed to a poster by a reasonably buff armored character. The armor was placed in a way that it did little to hide the physique of his body, clearly trying to appeal to a certain kind of audience. Who's that character? That's the main character for an anime called Monster Wrestlers. Is the plot as clear as the name makes it sound? Exactly. His name is Akio, and he owns a monster farm where he raises monsters for wrestling. He trains them all himself, too, and he's hailed as being one of the strongest wrestlers in his world. It's a pretty funny show. We'll have to watch it, too. Sounds interesting. You continued walking with Chester and pondered how to best word what you were thinking. Seeing that poster made me wonder, though. How many shows have you watched just because you thought a character was hot or attractive? Why do you ask that all of a sudden? That Akio guy was drawn in a way to make him look rather appealing. And I remember the first show I saw you watching a while back with the, buff guy and the cat girl. Oh, jeez, I forgot you saw that. There are a few that I've watched just because I thought one of the characters was cute. Same goes for some of the games I've played. Sometimes all it takes is the idea of an attractive character being the main focus to make me want to try it out. I see. I bet you have a tier list of characters you find most attractive, don't you? Anime or video games? Well, kinda. I do have a handful of characters that I find rather really appealing. Is Akio one of them? I don't think I'd put him that high on the list. But he'd be up there. What are your top 5 then? Top 5? Oh, Halifax is one of them. From Knights of Thorn, right? Yeah. He's such a kind and caring guy. Couldn't help but swoon over him. I can see that. I love the scene when they walked into his room at the inn and he was taking a bath in that little tub. He was so flustered. It was too perfect. There's also this character named Lifeline from a game called Endless Fucking Bounty. You self-promoting motherfucker. That I thought was cute. You do ya. Do ya. He's a dragon barkeeper that used to be a mercenary. Pushes a lot of buttons for me, especially when he cooks you a good meal. Lifeline. Wait, wasn't he one of the cards you got yesterday? Oh yeah, that's right. I was so excited about that card, I didn't even tell you about that. I did a crossover event with that set of cards, so you've seen them already. That's pretty cool. Totally. You know, I bet I can guess one of your top guys. The guy you cosplayed as. What's his name? Steel Ox, right? Absolutely. He's S tier for sure. Man. There's a scene with him in this game where you can romance him. He takes you to a hidden pond for a naked swim. You don't get to see it from the front side. But the view you get from behind is what all implied with the character dialogue. I've only seen a couple of pictures of him, but I can see why you'd find him to be appealing. What about the other two? A pair of kings from two totally different games. One is a big, gentle guy who tries to kill you because he thinks it'll save his kingdom. He ends up being one of those, a huge softie who wants to drink tea and eat pie after you beat him. And his name is? King Sagero. I'll show him in Lifeline to you later. The other king, you have to know. He's one of the most well-known villains in gaming. I know exactly who you're about to say. You have the hots for a villain, huh? Well, he's a villain, but he has his good moments of good, too. He's a total tsundere, too. Yep, you're gonna do it. Yep. I knew it. I knew it because this is written by Dine. I knew it. I knew it was a king, and then I think I knew it before he even said villain, but especially after he said villain, a villain king, I was like, I know who you were doing. He's from the Ultra Plumber Brothers series. You're talking about fucking Bowser, man. You fucker, I knew what you were doing. You calling Bowser King Wobbers. Yeah, obviously you're trying to get as far away from Nintendo copyright as possible. You can't say King Koopa. Oh, you. Look at what you're doing. You're doing this. I fell in love with this character in one of the earlier games he appeared in as a party member, and his recent designs look so good. A party member? Well, he was a party member in Super Mario RPG. I think that was the earliest game where he was a party member. Unless you're talking about, like, party as in Mario Party. Or, like, a Mario Kart. But if you're talking, he's an RPG player, not so much a party game player. Probably talking about Super Mario RPG. Something about him just does it for me. I can only fucking imagine. You and the rest of the fucking internet. I see. I guess those would have to be my top 5 characters that I have a crush on. I could name a bunch of others, too. I bet you could, but this would be a 5-hour fucking recording as opposed to the 3 to 4 hour recording that Day 35s tend to be. You can show them all to me one of these days. I want to see what it is that makes you like them. Makes you like so much about them. Sorry. Maybe I can even cosplay as one of them with you. Man, you definitely don't have Bowser's build, but you definitely don't have Lazarin's build. I don't know about the other ones. You don't have Ox King's or Steel Ox's build. I don't know whose build you fucking have. You have your fucking build. Oh my gosh, you could totally do a Halifax cosplay. Oh, there you go. You got Halifax. You have a similar build to him, and your face isn't far from his either. There you go. You can be him. It would be perfect. You're right. I can see similarities between us. If you really want to, we can make you his outfit. It'd be so awesome to have you cosplay with me at the next convention we go to. That's where you went with that? Okay. Sounds like fun. We should totally do that. We will! Start looking into how we can make his outfit later tonight. I can make the armor pieces similar to how I made mine, but the cloth parts... I wonder if Maria knows how to sew. Of course she does! She's into D&D, and she has a mysterious, unknown source of wealth. She knows how to do this shit. Oh, you should ask her! If she could handle the cloth stuff, I can handle the armor. It would be awesome! You should text her right now and ask her if she knows how to. I could just wait and ask her tomorrow. I should tell her about the whole moving idea, so I could just do that all at once. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea too. That way we don't have to have a conversation on screen. We just wait until the route is over. Just don't forget to ask her about sewing. I won't, don't worry. How do you think Maria will react to you leaving? Knowing her and seeing how it's happened in the other routes that we've had this conversation, she'll be happy. Really? She'll be happy to see you leave? Of course. Happy in a sense that I'll finally be able to get back out in the world with a job and support myself. She might miss me being around, but she'll be happy for me. Ah, that's what you mean. I thought you meant that she'd be happy that she wouldn't have to deal with you anymore. No, not like that. At least I hope not. That doesn't really matter since you're my problem now. He wrapped his arm around your neck and pulled you over with your face mashed into his chest. Yep. You have to put up with me. You have to put up with me now. And you gotta put up with me all the time too. So I hope you're ready for that. I suppose I might be able to manage. I have so far. What's that supposed to mean? He squeezed you into his chest a little tighter before releasing you with a laugh. Okay, the onsen shouldn't be too much farther from here. Let's walk a little faster so we can get there already. Fingers crossed they let us into our room early. Here's hoping.